Hello, you beautiful people. So the idea behind this stream is that I've alluded to in a couple of times in past streams that when you do virtual photography, it's generally a bad idea to use fast traveling. So what I'm going to show you is my approach to virtual photography in an open world game. So let's just fire this up and have a look at how I get on. The reason why I don't do fast travel in virtual photography is that you miss so much. I mean, I'm quite often looking at things like this, so I'm looking at lighting. So it's a nice light source, and it allows you to get better images of the characters that they have in this game, because they are very well done. Yes, unfortunately this game is only orbital, and I really hope that the game developers will give us a little bit more freedom when it comes to the camera movement, because orbital mode is exceptionally limiting. Now, what I'm looking at the moment is I want to I don't need too much, because that's a fairly interesting child behind him, but I'm going to keep him separated. But I like the lighting of the character. I like especially in the eyes, you can see those little I don't know what you call them. I'm going to say a sparkle, and I'm not sure if that's my glasses. Yeah, no, he is in focus really well. We've got a nice bokeh in the background, and got plenty of details and shadows. So for a first picture, that's pretty good. There's a tiny bit of headroom above, but I'm pretty much filling the frame with the character, so I like that. I mean, virtual photography in an open world is a great experience, because it is quite chilled, because you are just walking around. I mean, just by setting a waypoint and walking, I'm seeing this building for the first time. I genuinely didn't know there was a building full of cards on the outside. Well, it's unfair to say I have never seen this building. I have seen this building before, but I'd never seen that feature. I'd always been on the other side. That is kind of cool. That's mental that I've not noticed that. Because I've even got a photo of that building there. But this I've not seen before. I'm going to wait for that truck to get in front of it, just to be an interesting feature. Now, just going to say it. Let me see now. Set the depth of field. So I need to turn autofocus off. So it does go as far as the truck, and there's the building as well, so that's kind of cool. I'm going to open the aperture a little bit. A lot. So I don't need the truck to be massively in focus, but I want the sign to be, and the cards in the background. So really that is the best compromise. I'm quite happy with the field of view, so I'm just going to grab that shot. Actually, no. I want to be able to place the truck in the bottom right hand. So something like that. I mean, I'm very conscious of the light flare there. So something like that is going to be the shot. And as I said in one of the Atomic Heart ones, is because I crop it to portrait, I can crop slightly off center. So I don't always center my shots, even though that truck is in the middle. The main focus is where it says deck. and hope I should be able to get some of the the upright card behind the decker card that's fanned out over there. That's a strange effect. There's a little bit of the dust in front of him. Smoke, sorry. Kind of works. Drop down a bit. I mean, that's just an outfit I put together just to blend in Dogtown more than anything else. No, sorry. I quite like that shot. We're going for a trilby look, I think. No, that one. Change that to. Nope. That one. Actually, I have this one here. Go for that look. It's kind of cool how the smoke's changed a bit. So I'm going to incorporate that into under his fist. A tad, using darkness. No, I do need to drop a bit. Going a bit more. So I'm filling the frame. That's what I'm aiming for. Don't need a bit more. No, I'm quite happy with that. So let's grab that shot. Oh, actually. Give that fist a bit more space. Because what I'm looking at is a reflection on his glass to get that into a cool sort of position. Because the pose is a little bit sterile. So let's have a look at that. Some of these are ridiculous. That works quite well. Slightly angled towards us. Do I want more fog? Well, what I'm considering is using the mist as a framing mechanism more than anything else. I feel it does need bit more brightness to it and a touch of contrast. Should I have an itchy chin? A bit more highlights maybe. And these are all set in base levels because I'm going to edit it all in post-production. But what I'm trying to do is to utilize the game engine's strengths by using its lighting to increase the exposure rather than doing it in post-production, because the game knows how its lighting's meant to work. She looks cool. Unfortunately, the angle of it, I have to keep her in that with her head on the billboard, but with some depth of focus, hopefully, I will minimize that. So where do I want the focus to be? On the gun? No, bullets can be slightly blurred, actually. We are going to go full on fill the frame. Use that background to frame her. I need to adjust the aperture now. Not too much, because you'll notice the bullets are really going crazy. So that's not an option. Effect, exposure. But then a little bit of contrast, because you have to bear in mind it's a dark area. Gonna drop back a little bit. And that just gives me a chance to get all of the gun flare into the shot as well. Just experimenting. That was definitely the right place for it. But just because one looked okay, you could be missing out on a really good shot. Let's look at that. Something like that. I want some of the magazine in front of the building. Again, it's that 3D look. To increase the depth of field a tad. Oh, this is difficult. So I'm not fussed about her arm not being, you know, being behind the flare. I think that fairly works, but that little light in front of her cheek is a little bit annoying. If that wasn't there, I would have been happy with that. So we're going to frame her between the two flares now. I think a little bit of rotate. I think they call it Dutch angle. Drop a tad. And again, just to fill the frame. I think about there is the shot. So there's plenty of negative space around her and around the gun as well. She's in focus. The anti-aliasing isn't going crazy. There's an interesting light feature as well in there. You've got shells in, so the one at the bottom flare and two at the top flare as well. So I'm quite happy with that. Quite often the art of photography is knowing what to miss out. And I'll just give a bit of an example really. Because we do have quite a lot going on here. We've got the stairs there. This is a nice open empty space. Whereas really I just want this character walking along. So for interest I'm framing them in. Field of view. Out like that. I need to just lift it up slightly so I can get the right angle. And then using depth of field. Now I've opened the aperture simply because it's a really interesting texture behind this character, but it's blurred so that she still stands out. And that's just an example of out of this world that, or the scene that you saw before I started doing these adjustments. This is the only thing that mattered, this character. Yes, I like the knee joints. Yes, I like the posture. Blue against yellow, kind of interesting. I would probably work with tone on this. Needs to be a bit brighter. And I brighten things just to give me a bit more scope. when it comes to the post-editing. Just looking at this, and I think what I want is it to be empty and just one person walking down.
Samurai.
Ah, then Kirakua's yeah, Samurai 7. I mean, if you can watch 7 Samurai, it's great. And the ironic thing is, actually, I'm going to pause it because I don't want to miss people.
Down in the chat.
Yes. There we go.
Samurai 7.
Yes. And it is the number 7, not 7. So I can't remember what Samurai 7 Samurai is based on, but that's a Shakespeare one. He wrote 7 Samurai.
Thanks, M8.
Hey, you're most welcome, mate. And the Magnificent Seven is based on that. So it's definitely a good story if it's been written 3 times. So yeah, I hope you'll enjoy it, because I certainly did. But you want to read Shogun by James Clavell, or watch. It's on Disney. Have remade it, and I've been told that's very good. So if you can watch it, Shogun is one you want to watch. Now I am sorry this is not the most entertaining viewing. But I'm hoping just one person, and they look interesting, walks down these steps. Because I like the lighting. And you may notice that light is disappearing. This kid doesn't matter, because this photo mode doesn't include children.
It's the new series, right?
That's right, yeah.
Shogun.
Yes. And that is based... it is a TV adaptation of my favourite book ever, which is Shogun by James Clavell. I mean, I enjoyed all his books, don't get me wrong, but that's definitely my favourite.
A lot of people recommended it to me. I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, that's it. If more than 3 people say watch it, it's well worth it. I hope that from this video that you've seen some of the techniques that I use to get inspiration in open worlds. I mean, the best bit of advice is just walk. Don't fast travel. And to leave that for when you're actually playing the game. But for just virtual photography, enjoy the environment. Get your pictures and be creative. I mean, especially in street photography type scenarios like this game, Spider-Man, quite a lot of the time you find the perfect light in the perfect setting, and you just need to wait for your subject to come in. So I hope that this video was useful for you. And remember, we say goodbye so we can say hello again. Goodbye.